Okay, and that kind of leads on to the next question, which is one from the forums. So this comes from the big one, Sion05, Chuska, and AJ Rich 17901. I hope I got those right. And the question is, what do you think's more important? Is it graphics or gameplay? And do you think the game will be visually groundbreaking?
Well, two different questions, and the first one's a trick question. That's like saying what's more important, gasoline or wheels? You need both, and that's why we keep talking about the experience, because when you listen to people talk about what they love about Tomb Raider, a lot of what they're saying is not what button you press and when. It's the experiential nature of what you're doing and why you're doing it. And that is a combination of interaction and graphics and audio and all those things. And for anyone who thinks that's a dodge on the question, one of the things that we've been saying from the very beginning is that everybody has to contribute and everybody has an equal seat at the table. Graphics, audio, design, everything. So in order to make the experience as rich as possible, we really believed we could have everything be as important as each other to find the proper balance point everywhere we looked.
And I think I'll add to that Tomb Raider, the environment is as much part of the gameplay and experience as the button pushing. You literally crawl on the environment, you jump over the environment. So there really must be a union of gameplay and graphics, because for Tomb Raider, it's almost one and the same.
Yeah, and thinking back to the start of the project, we devoted a lot of time to both ideas, in that we spent a huge amount of time brainstorming things like what could Lara do, trying to think up what kind of new move ideas would fit best in the gameplay, and at the same time we were spending a lot of time researching graphics techniques to come up with our lighting model and our overall look we were aiming for.
Okay, and the next question comes from Irissa and Quasimodo, and they want to know, in your opinion, what's the most exciting thing about Underworld, and are there any new features that you're especially proud of?
Well, I think there's certainly some gameplay features that stand out. One of the new moves we've put in is a greatly enhanced grapple system, which sort of seamlessly combines the using the grapple to pull things around the environment and to swing on things, and also repelling, and they can all kind of come into play at the same time, which has been one of the coolest new abilities she has, I think. And then in terms of look, I think our material system is something that's allowed us to do some amazing things on the art. What I think Eric has mentioned in the past, that whereas we used to have maybe one or two textures on a surface on the PS2, now we can have 11 or 12.
And so the next question, the next two questions are about the Wii and PS2 versions. The first comes from GT Killer, and he wants to know, are the Wii and PS2 versions being handled by you guys at Crystal, or is it some other developers?
BuzzMonkey is working on those titles for us. They are being closely held by designers and artists within the studio, but very much like Anniversary, the bulk of the work is being done by Buzz. In fact, for all the people out there who were worrying up front that the PS2 and the DS versions and whatnot were going to make the 360 PS3 PC effort that much less because we had to make them play nice, it's absolutely not true.
Okay, and we have one final question, which I think we can just about squeeze in, and this is from Paranoia Game D1011, Glitterpaws, 360 Tyler and Iron Raider, and they want to know, do you intend to add realistic violence or blood in the game? Because there was no blood in Legend or Anniversary, and the special deaths were missing as well.
Well, we do want to keep it from some of the more gruesome heights of the previous incarnations, but it is not going to be the bloodless excursion that Legend and Anniversary will or was.
So that just about wraps up the second podcast of the series. So thanks very much, Eric, Rob and Pat, for taking the time to do it. The next podcast will be out soon, and it will be based around the Underworld story and the myths in Tomb Raider. So until then, thanks for listening, and goodbye.